We've used this quote as we've met as a board many times, and it's something that we want to do. We need to be the pebble, your board, needs to be the pebble in the pond that creates ripples for positive change. Tonight, we're going to take you through an agenda. We're going to get a chance to hear a lot of the directors speak. First of all, I'm going to give you a little introduction about what we're about. Secondly, Chris Gibb, who is our vice president of the foundation, is going to introduce all of our board members. Then Jen Grodin, who's going to walk you through, quarterback, the presentations of the 4 organizations or initiatives that we've chosen to put in our first round of fundraising. And finally, after Jen's finished and you've met all 4 of those, I'm going to come back on the stage and talk to you about our Thought Leaders lecture series. And then I'm going to bring up all of the board of directors in front of the room to answer any questions that you have. First of all, our vision. And a vision is the what. It's that reinforcing statement of intent. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to be? And ours is a really simple one. To make Amherstburg a great place to visit, because that's important economically, but an even better place to live. And we know that we're making progress on that. As you can tell by all the awards we've won in the last year and the mood of the town, but we think we can even put some real top spin on that. The second thing, if you have a vision, the what you want to achieve, the how are the values that you're going to use to dictate your strategies, to make your decisions, and to, for instance, we used our values to measure the 4 initiatives you're going to see today. How did they compare to our values? Because it was important that they do. And our 3 values are these: healthy, body, mind, and spirit. So whether that's something that makes you better in your mind or your spirit or your physical well-being, we're looking for initiatives that deal with healthy. Our second one is inspiring. And to encourage visitors and citizens to do more, learn more, become motivated, and feel good about themselves. And in this day and age when there's so much doubt and issues around, we think that's a really important one. And finally, inclusive. To be an inclusive and welcoming to everyone, whatever religion you are, whatever you support. We want that to be a very accepting place. And it's one of our key things that we looked for in creating our board, to have diversity and to live up to our inclusive value. Now, this is a new Amherstburg Community Foundation. And it is new. The other one was been around for about 10 years. It was just a little sleepy. As we said, we took the dust off it. There was nothing wrong with it. We went through the bylaws and the letters patent. We went through the insurance. We went through every aspect. There was nothing wrong with it. The one thing that we thought could be better was to be independent from the town. And if you study the 191 community foundations in Canada, that's one thing the good ones have in common, that they are an independent group that's transparent, disciplined, strategic, but they're not part of the town. And I'll give a real tip of the hat to our mayor, Aldo, who can not be here tonight. When he approached me with this, he really wanted us to stand out on our own and be transparent, and here we are tonight. So what's our new approach going to be? We're going to be progressive. We believe in going forward. We do not believe in the status quo. We will really be mindful of best practices. What are the great things that little communities and big communities are doing to make them more livable? We're interested in that. Third, we'll make evidence-based decisions. We're not going to deal in rumors or anecdotes or conspiracies. We're looking for data and make decisions that way. We will be optimistic and positive. I always said that, have you ever seen a statue erected for a pessimist? That's not going to be our nature. We've got great energy and we're very positive. And hopefully all of that and the way we put this together, we're going to raise significant funds to invest in this community. And all the money, by the way, that we raise will stay in Amherstburg. None of it goes outside of our border. And one of our other aspirations, the mission that we're going to help the town and the councillors, is to make this the best small town in Ontario. Now, when I first met with Aldo over a coffee, and he told me what he was asking me to do, I said that I had 2 concerns. And I'm going to deal with the first one. I'll tell you about the second current later on when I come back. But my first concern, could we attract a board of directors that could get the job done? And I'm thrilled you're going to meet them tonight because we have. They are, Chris is going to do a much better job of introducing them than me, but I was looking for credible leaders in the community, people who have invested in here, and people that wanted to make a difference in the community. And I'm thrilled with the board of directors that we have today. So on that note, I'm going to turn it over to Chris, who's our vice president of our board, and he's going to do a much better job of introducing the board than I could. Chris.
All right, thank you very much, Richard. I guess I'll say on behalf of the board, we're very excited to work with you, and we're also in awe of your energy to get us to where we are in such a short time. So again, on behalf of everyone, thank you very much. So my name is Chris Gibb, and it is my pleasure this evening to have the opportunity to introduce you all to the board of directors for the new revamped Amherstburg Community Foundation. I have to tell you, this board is incredibly dynamic, and it's a board of directors that you're going to be introduced to tonight that we feel truly represents Amherstburg. And these members own homes in Amherstburg, they own businesses in Amherstburg. In fact, we did a quick impromptu poll of the 9 board members, and collectively, we have been living and working in Amherstburg for a total of 223 years. So we feel that we do have the right to say we represent Amherstburg. That's almost 25 years average for each board member. Myself, being a Gibb from Amherstburg, I didn't know if I was going to tell this joke or not, but I'm feeling it. So, being a Gibb from Amherstburg, everybody always asks me, "Are you related to this Gibb? Are you related to that Gibb?" And I'll tell you all the Gibbs in Amherstburg are related. They all descend from 3 Gibb brothers that came from Ayr, Scotland, in the 1850s. They were supposed to get off the boat in Sandusky, Ohio, but they had a little bit too much to drink, and the next stop was Amherstburg. So here we are. And I guess shout out to Sandusky, they really dodged a bullet on that one. All right, without much further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the board members of your Amherstburg Community Foundation. And if each board member could just stand up when I introduce you, even though your picture's going to be up here, just to give the crowd a little wave. And because I'm going to be 50 this year, I have to get my glasses out. Okay, so first we have our board president, Richard Petty. Like most people who grew up in Essex County, Richard enjoyed Boblo as a child and a teen. So when he and his wife, Colleen, were looking for a special place to build their second home, they chose to come back to his roots and build right on Boblo Island. Richard is the retired president and CEO of Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, which includes the Toronto Maple Leafs, the world champion Toronto Raptors, and the Toronto FC Soccer Club. There you go. Today, Richard is an author, a climate activist, mentor, naturalist, philanthropist, and a business leader. Next, I have to do this. Next is myself, Chris Gibb. Thank you. I'm the owner of Gibb Insurance Brokers here in town, a local provider of property and casualty insurance. I've been in the financial services business since 1996, with the last 10 years growing a business in Amherstburg. I'm one of those lifelong Amherstburg residents with my wife, Sarah, and we raised 3 beautiful daughters here in town. Next, unfortunately, this director is our treasurer, and he's not here tonight, but it's David Beneteau. David is the president of Centerline Limited, manufacturer of assembly systems for the global automotive industry. David's Amherstburg roots go back many generations, and actually 4 generations of his family are spread throughout the town. David would prefer to stay out of the public arena, but he feels that the Amherstburg Community Foundation is a unique opportunity to work with community leaders. Thank you. To work with community leaders who are passionate and committed to realizing community projects that will make Amherstburg an even better place to live. Next, we have Lori Whiteman at the back of the room there. Lori's a research assistant with Amherstburg's historic Carnegie Library, and she spent the last 20 years working to bring the best outcomes to the people she represents on parent advisory committees, the Ontario Library Workers Committee, and on the executive board of CUPE Local 2974. Lori lives in Amherstburg with her partner Kevin. She's a mother to 3 amazing children and an even more amazing grandchild. So thank you, Lori. Next, we have Dan Gemis. Mr. Gemis is here. Community involvement has always been a top priority for Dan and the Gemis Group. He's the broker, owner, and CEO of the Dan Gemis Real Estate Team, as well as the president and owner of Doobie's Home Center, Gemis Homes, Goldmar Property Management, and Gemis Holdings. It's a lot. Dan and his teams have spent countless hours and resources raising nearly $120,000 for charitable causes since 2013. Dan is very excited about the momentum and the direction in which the town is headed, and he looks forward to continued growth and prosperity for the town and all of its residents. He's a resident of Amherstburg, is married to his wife Nicole for the last 10 years, and they love to spend time around town with 3 wonderful children. Next, our director is Jennifer Desjardins-Grandin. There we go. I'm going to get this by the end. Jen is another Amherstburg native, wife and mother with an enthusiastic focus on the well-being of our residents, local business development, and the growth of tourism. She also was my neighbor growing up, so that's another claim to fame. A communication studies graduate from the University of Windsor with over 25 years of management experience at Fiat Chrysler. She brings deep leadership experience in the realm of global manufacturing, supply chain operations, customer service, and marketing. Jen is also the co-founder and owner of GL Heritage Brewing Company here in Amherstburg, Amherstburg's first full-service brewery. And in 2018, she was a recipient of the first Ontario Tourism Innovation Award for initiatives to bring attention and traffic to Amherstburg. Our next director is Tom Manhertz at the back of the room. Tom is also proud to call himself a business owner and resident of Amherstburg for the past 20 years. I won't be asked back. So for the past 20 years, Tom is the founder and president of Timberwolf Forest Products, the manufacturer of crates and pallets, and Timberwolf has recently celebrated 30 years in business, having relocated to its current location on Howard Avenue in Amherstburg 10 years ago. 3 years ago, he took the plunge into a new business venture, opening Wolfhead Distillery, who we all know. He currently employs along with his partners Larry Gerard and Sue Manhertz, they currently employ approximately 80 people and have demonstrated leadership in their respective industries. Tom also recently purchased a building in downtown Amherstburg with a vision of one day opening a retail location for the Wolfhead Distillery. Next, we have Michelle Stein. Michelle is the founder of the Firehorse Leadership Organization, a grassroots nonprofit organization in Amherstburg since 2013. Michelle's Firehorse Leadership Organization provides leadership and life skills development for young people through the art of horsemanship. She has over 20 years of nonprofit business and management experience and over 10 years experience in small business. From startup to community investment, Michelle is married with 2 beautiful adult children, and she's passionate about the spirit of Amherstburg. And finally, last but not least, our director with what I think is the most impressive resume is Lyndon Crane at the back there. Lyndon first began learning about what it takes to be a leader in high school. He was the past prime minister of the General Amherst Student Council, and from there, Lyndon has gone on to the University of Windsor to become the University of Windsor Students' Alliance Senator. He's a member of Enactus Windsor, an executive on the Giorgio Lett Leadership Symposium, and has contributed hundreds of hours volunteering outside school throughout Amherstburg and Essex County. He brings experience with marketing, team leadership, and entrepreneurship to the Amherstburg Community Foundation. So personally, I'm very proud to be part of this outstanding team who's committed to making Amherstburg the best small town in Ontario. But we cannot do this alone. We're going to need your help and support, and the help and support of the entire community if we want to see these visions come to reality. So tonight and going forward, whether you can pledge $5 or 5 figures, we are here to help make Amherstburg the best small town in Ontario, and we appreciate your help. Thank you.